Hey y'all, welcome to my challenge by Key Nicole. What is it? 31 day, 30-day challenge, 30 minutes. So I'm gonna be a woman of my word and I'm gonna go ahead and do my little 30 minutes. Now, as y'all can see, I wasn't ready to be prepared to be on live. So I was like, Tara, go ahead and just going to put the live out there. You told her and you told Miss Riss that you was gonna do it. So I'm gonna do it. I hope everybody day been good. Man, I've been chillaxing the first part of the day. Then my grandma called and she was like, Tara, can you come run me to the post office? And man, y'all, my grandma 87. So I took her to the post office, got her meal for her. She was waiting on the package, but it didn't come. And then she wanted something to eat. And I was like, what you want to eat? She was like, I don't know. I ain't been feeling good. Welcome in, whoever coming in. If you please would thumbs up the live, I greatly appreciate it. I hope you're having a blessed day. Anyway, back to my grandma. She said, I don't know what's going on with me. She said, I haven't been feeling good today. Like I say, she 87. And it don't matter about the age because now we're leaving sooner than the older people. Back in the day, it used to be you knew somebody that was going to be older. They were going to be the ones that was going to leave before the younger ones. Nowadays, younger ones are leaving. Like we just buried my cousin. When was it? Saturday? And me and him the same age. Same age, told me apart. But back to the story. She was just saying she haven't been feeling good, so I'm gonna go out there, try to go out there every day to check on her to make sure she's okay. But she was like, I was like, Grandma, what you want to eat? She was like, I want a what you call them? A BLT. I said a BLT. She said, yeah. So the only place I knew that sell them is Huddle House and Subway. My daughter said, take her to Subway. So I was like, you want Subway? She was like, yeah, I get it. Is that good? I said, I don't know, Grandma. I don't eat Subway that much because of bread. So she said, take me on the Huddle House. So I took her to Huddle House. And she was so happy, y'all. She tried to give me her money back. And I was like, Grandma, I'm not taking no money from you. As much as you done did for us when we was little. I won't take not one red penny, not from my grandma. Key, all things Key Nicole, said Tara. I hope I'm seeing the comments. Okay. Key, you the first commenter. Hey, welcome to the chat. I'm just out here, girl, looking around because I'm the only person out here. I see a truck way in the back. Let me see if I can show y'all. I see a truck way in the back. I'm the only one out here, y'all. But if y'all, let me see if y'all can see it. They sitting over there. This like some Freddy Krueger, some scary mess. Parked out in the cut right there. But as y'all see, ain't not a soul out here but me. So while I'm talking to y'all, I'm just looking around, making sure, nobody come up on me. I got my little piece, so they come, they better be ready, because I got mine. So I said I come sit over here by a body of water. Key say I want my money back from my grandma. My mama, my papa, right? No. Key, I can only pray that I live to be her age. She 87. She done did so much for us. I remember days back in the day, y'all. We were little. She would get all of us. She would get us. She would buy Greyhound tickets, and we'll go to Fort Lauderdale, Miami, go to this place, go to that place. And it'd just be my grandma with all of us kids. She took all her grandkids, all of us on there. Gave my mama, my daddy, all of them a break. So she done did so much for us. I got my first Jerry curl. Shout out to my grandmama. She paid for it. My mama them, they were mad because the lady had to cut our hair off. Y'all know Jerry curl back in the day. That was a mess. Everybody wanted a Jerry curl. So we wanted one. Our mamas wouldn't get it, me and my cousin. So she took my cousin to get our first Jerry curl. We had to get our hair cut, but it grew back quick. But nowadays, you get a Jerry curl, people look at you like you're crazy. Hey, Miss Riz. Miss Riz say, hey, Tara in chat. Key say, Lord, Tara got us in the wood. Girl, I told you this seemed like some dang on Friday the 13th type thing. You seeing up that white truck over there. So I'm just looking around like, oh, Lord, please don't let nobody walk up on me. Miss Riz say, I'm good in the day. Well, I'm good in the day. daylight, but night I'm out. Yeah, Miss Rich, did you see it? Let me show you. Let me see if I can zoom in. Okay, it starts over here. And I hope I ain't shaking, y'all. I told y'all, and my hands be shaking. So as y'all can see, that's a river. It go all the way back there. It go for miles. And then over here, y'all don't see nothing. But look right there. Like you waiting for Jason to come out. Look. Just that one white truck. So I'm like, oh my God. And there's nobody out here but me. Me and that white truck. So I got my piece if they come over here and try something. But that's it. It's just me and that truck. But it's peaceful out here, y'all. It's peaceful. Let me see. Let me see y'all back. Let me see what y'all say. Key said, I'm just kidding. Not my grandma and Papa. But my mama better give me everything penny back. My mama be giving me mine back too. But sometimes I be like, nah, that's okay, mama, because my mama a giver. She love to give people. She love to give more than to receive. Miss Riz said, hey, Key, the food done. Key cooking. I got to go check her live out. Key say, Miss Riz say, no, ma'am. What, by being quiet out here, Miss Riz, and I'm the only one out here besides that white truck? Believe me, I'm talking to y'all, but I'm looking. Key said, nope. Slow down. I mean, slow cooking, baby. All right. Slow and steady is the best. Slow and steady. Y'all, it's so hot out here today. I'm tired. I was sitting thinking about my childhood and stuff, y'all. When I was younger, I got 2 brothers, and they get on my nerves. And my mama used to work a lot. Her and my daddy, they used to work all the time. And so Miss Rich said, yes, I know it's spooky out here, but it's daylight. I'm going to be gone. I'm going to do my little 30 minutes, and I'm going to leave. Because I just got back home. And my daughters went with me. We had went to another town to do some things. And we just hung out for a little bit this afternoon after my oldest daughter got off. So I dropped them off at my house. And I say, let me go do my live. But I'm going to go somewhere by some water, you know, give them a calm setting so they can, you know, sit back and relax. Not slow and steady, yes ma'am. But back to the conversation, y'all. So I was thinking about my childhood, you know, with my grandma today and everything. And I was thinking about the old days and stuff. Y'all, let me tell you about one of my brothers. So both of them got into it about, no, they didn't get into it. My baby brother is bad. Both of them was bad. So my oldest brother, not my oldest brother, mine, I'm the oldest. So the baby boy went and shot my, well, I'm gonna say ping, ping, pew, pew, my other brother with a BB gun. So he crying and this and that and everything. So we called our mama. We called our mama to come home from work. Because at that time she can leave for work, you know, to check on us or whatever. So she was leaving. What's going on? Hold on, y'all. I'm sorry. So she was leaving from work to come check on us. In the meantime, I'm in there using the restroom. Guess what he do to me, y'all? This how bad they was. But they were spoiled. My mama had them spoiled. He comes. Wait a minute. I hear a car. Wait a minute. Hold on. Oh, they passing by. So in the meantime, while we waiting on my mama to come, I'm in there using the bathroom. Guess what he do to me? He come in there and pew pew me on my chest. Now mine, I'm a girl. You know that hurt it. Y'all, I was just crying and crying and crying. So we called my mama, honey. She came home. She told that tail up. She had like she wanted to beat me and my other brother. But she didn't. But she took that gun. She put it across her leg. My mama a little lady. Put it across her leg and she broke that thing in half. I said, Lord, we was talking about some other stuff. My mama, if y'all know, she bakes and she caters. She had made a chocolate cake. And my brothers was arguing over it. So she got mad, y'all. She was in there asleep because she had to go to work the next day. She came in there, took the cake off the counter, took it out the door, threw it on the ground. Boy, my brothers was mad. Oh, they was like, why you threw the whole cake? Epi Pew. I hope I said Epi Pew. Epi Pew. Hey, girl. She said, hey, Tara J. Hey, Chad. Thank you for coming in, love. I appreciate it. But y'all, so many of my childhood memories just been coming to me. it's just like it's just funny. And hold on, why is my hold on? I might have to move y'all because it don't want to right. I'm trying to get where y'all can. Okay. So many. Hold on, y'all. It's hot. I gotta turn some air. So many of my childhood memories been coming in. Do y'all be thinking about y'all childhood memories at the age that y'all are, or is it something of the past? I know can't nobody forget their childhood memory because I just had so. I remember going to my grandma's house, and one day we was coming home from school. Keith said, "Hey, EP Pew, Miss Red speaking to you too, love. EP Pew, did I say it right? EP Pew or Epi Pew? Put EP Pew for one and Epi Pew for two. But yeah. So what else I was thinking of another childhood memory? Oh, we was coming home from school. So we walking home from school, and let me tell y'all why I do not like living in areas like this. And I'm gonna tell you, I'm terrified of snakes. And the reason why is because we was coming home from school, and my grandma used to have them ferns. Y'all know how them ferns are bushy, and she had one hanging from the side of her porch. So me and my cousin, we just walking up and everything, and I think my aunt was outside on her porch, and she was getting ready to walk back in. Y'all, we got ready to walk in the house. Guess what happened? A snake jumped out at my aunt. I think it was my aunt and my cousin one. I said, oh no. So ever since then, places like this, even though it looked peaceful and all that, you'll never catch me. I'll be just where I'm at right now in my car. But how everybody today going? I don't want to bore y'all with my childhood memories, but y'all, I got so many memories, so many things that I just remember in good times. And it seems like time changes because everybody get older. You got people that pass, people that's leaving, and you got people that get older, and sometimes the family ain't as tight or close knit as it used to be. I remember coming down to my grandma's house, everybody would come, they would have little country balls, they'll be out there dancing, singing, everybody having a good time. And it's just like, you know, the older you get, things change. So I don't know, y'all. It's a part of life. I wish I can go back in time sometime. I do too, because you know, we rush to be grown so quick. That's why I be telling them, I used to tell my kids, because they're grown now, if only you knew when you're a child, that's the most innocent part of your life, is not having to worry about no bills. You ain't got to worry about having to take care of other people. Your innocence is still there. You ain't got to worry about too many pressures of the world. It's just peaceful. And I said, if I could ever go back, I wouldn't want to be a child, you know, like a little child. But I would love to, you know, some of the memories that my family had, I would just love to go back to that. She said yes, because it's just, I don't know. And to see my grandma, y'all, she, at the age she is, she's so beautiful. She's always been beautiful. But today she was so fragile. I ain't never seen her this fragile. So I told her, I said, Grandma, anytime you need to go to the store, because she's the type of person, she don't like to give up her independence. She still like to drive herself. She still like to cook. But now she's kind of starting to give up that independence just a little bit. And I know it takes a lot for her to give it up. But to see her at that fragile state of life that she's in, my superhero, the woman that's always been strong, the woman that go out there and ain't scared to kill a snake, the woman that, you know, raised her kids by herself and took care of her kids and helped raise us and always did this, always worked so many jobs, to see her so fragile and to know that there'll be one day that I'll be there, but to see her at that moment, it's touching, y'all. Yes, I need time. I need a time machine. Yeah, because time don't slow down for nobody. And we as humans, we fail to realize that, you know, it's so much dislike in the world, so much competition. You got people that want to compete and feel like they better than others. You know, they got to be the ones on the top. You got people that's always mad at somebody. You got people that look down and talk down on people for no reason. You just got so much going on in this world to where I didn't see that growing up. If I did, if it was hidden from me as a child. Back then, it was like a community. Everybody looked out for your kids when they was outside playing. Everybody came together as one. You know, if this one ain't having, I don't know if y'all did this in y'all community, but back in the day when I was younger, if we ran out of sugar, we can go knock at the neighbor house and say, hey, can we borrow some sugar? They'll come knock, hey, y'all got some Kool-Aid, or y'all got 2 slices of bread, or y'all got this. You can't do that no more. For one, you scared somebody gonna put something on you in your food. You scared to go knock at somebody's house because you don't know if they're gonna be ready to pew you. And then people mean mug you. They don't, you know, they just, I don't know. It's just not like it used to be. She said, Effie Pugh say, hey, all things key, Nicole, there is a lot we don't notice as children. Yeah, because our family, y'all, hold on. Y'all gonna be my witnesses. If that truck come over here, said, is it leaving? Yes, leaving. Yep. Come over here, you want to. I got people that's gonna witness you here bothering me. I'm out here by myself too. Yeah, but as kids, it was so much stuff that was hidden our parents didn't let us see. Yeah, honey, I was the only one out here. And then it was just that white truck. Key said, no, Tara, groceries too high. Don't ask me for no sugar. No sugar. I ain't got it. You know what? Groceries are high. And we complain about it, y'all. But think about back in the day when our parents had to provide for groceries. It might seem like it was cheap to them then, but really our parents, a lot of our parents struggled then. The prices was lower, but the cost of living at that time for the money that they were making was still high for them. So they leaned on and depended on one another to make the community work, you know, to look out for each other. We don't have that no more. There's no more of that. Hold on. So, oh my goodness. Sorry, y'all. But it's not that no more. And then our parents, y'all remember back in the day when it get, I think it was like 11 o'clock, you think you're going to sit up and you're going to watch TV. Remember how the TV, they'll play that little song with that little commercial thing, the little song. And then all you heard, shh, the TV off, no more watching TV. It don't matter who you is, the TVs was off. Now we let our kids sit up late. You know, they do what they want to do. And there's so much stuff on TV that we didn't get to see. They shielded us from that. But now it's like, it's stuff everywhere. It's fighting on TV. It's, you know, people down talking people. It's just so much stuff that is put in front of our kids that we didn't have to experience. So our kids suffer a lot from a lot of stuff too. If you say, hi, I have a dark side. What? You got a dark side? You got FPU. Phone always tapping. No, that was my daddy calling, but I'm gonna call him right back. I have a dark, oh, FPU was speaking to I have a dark side. Hey, I have a dark side. How are you doing? Oh Lord, please let it be light. I have a dark side. Wait, is that who I think it is? Who is it? Don't come here tripping now, because I got some mods in here. FPU say yes, messing with the antenna. Yes, FPU. You got to have the antenna. You remember sometimes you have to put what is it, aluminum foil around the top of the antennas to get the signal to actually come in. We get a good signal. Here they're saying, I am mom. FPU say, girl, go, you got me trolling. Yes. Wait, is that my ex-favorite mother? Oh, wait, is that my favorite ex-mother, Miss Riz? Who? Yes, ma'am. Rolling, I mean. Yes. Y'all remember back in the day? You had to deal with the antenna. Sometimes you had to put the aluminum foil to get it to work. The TV go sizzling out, going off. You always hear that song, that little music, and then it start frying. And then y'all remember back in the day when you ain't get a choice of what you want to eat or whatever. I know my mama them, they always kept, I hate, well, I ain't gonna say that, I dislike lunch meat. I don't know if y'all ever heard of lunch meat. They always had lunch meat, bologna, ham, or turkey. And we always had to, you know, deal with stuff like that. And then when we run out of Kool-Aid, now I don't know if y'all ever tried this, but me and my brothers, we'll make sugar milk, we'll make sugar water. Y'all remember the Kool-Aid cup, the frozen Kool-Aid cups? We had a lady in our neighborhood, 2 ladies in our neighborhood that used to sell them. And we'll pay that dime, and then she went up to 15 cents. We'll go get them little, we call them honey drips. I don't know if y'all call them frozen cups or whatever y'all call them. Back in the day, we used to call them honey drips. I have a new baby girl and I have a new baby boy. Well, congratulations, Darkside. Hi, Grandma Sandra. Miss Sandra is a diva. Hey, Miss Sandra, welcome to the chat. Hey, Miss Opal. Miss Opal said, hey, honey, welcome to the chat. Miss Sandra said, hey, Tara J. Y'all, we talking about the old days. Miss Rhea said, hey, Sandra, how are you? Effie Pugh said, hey, Sandra. Miss Sandra said, all things Key Nicole say, Sandra D. Miss Effie Pugh say, hey, Opal. Miss Opal say, aloha, my Hawaiian sis Key. Yeah, why they keep calling me? Hold on, y'all. I know it ain't nothing. My mama wants some greens, y'all. She say she wants some vegetables. And I said, well, I got some greens that I had cooked a while back in the deep freezer. I said, you can, she told me, well, it sure be good if you heat them up and let me get a bowl. I said, well, I don't feel like digging through that freezer. So she probably calling to see that I get the greens out, but I don't feel like digging through no freezer, y'all. Miss Riz say, Lady O. Key say, aloha, sis. Miss Sandra say, hi, Miss Riz. How are you? I'm doing okay. I'm so good. You doing good, Miss Sandra? I see Key had to find somebody out. Key got that pew-pew like Miss Opal. That pew-pew said, I didn't experience flips until I moved to Florida when I was 11. Oh, y'all call them flips. We call them honey drips. I said I'm going to make them with my grandkids one day because, y'all, that was one of the biggest childhood memories, too. Miss Opal said, hey, Epi Pew. Hi, Sister Riz. Mr. Riz say, dark side. Miss Opal say, hey, Miss Sandra. There go String. Oh, my goodness. Everybody want to call. String say, Tara J. String say, Opal and Brother Ya. String, he hollering at everybody. Miss Sandra, Miss Riz. Epi Pew say, hey, B More. Miss Opal say, hi, Brother Job and Sister Bonnie B. String say, well, be more String. Everyone in the chat. Key say, we cool on them cups. Girl, we used to love them. Miss Sandra say, how are you, Miss Opal? String say, Key. Miss Opal say, y'all going fast today. What are we doing? Are we looking for a Bigfoot? Girl, Miss Opal, I'm out here in the cut. I'm out here in the cut. I just showed Key and Miss Rissim. It was just me in one truck. See, I don't know if y'all know or not. Y'all probably have because I know y'all watch Key channel. But Key is doing a, 30-day or 31-day challenge where you be on live for 30 minutes for the whole month of September. So I'm trying to stick to mine. I've been gone out of town this afternoon. So when I came back, I dropped my daughters to my house. And I said, well, let me ride out here by the river and do a live. You know, something calm, something relaxing, because I don't feel like getting on camera today. If you go back and rewatch it, you'll see me in the beginning. I'll be like, hey, y'all. But that's it. Miss Riz said, hello, String and Bonnie. String said, Epi Pew. Key said, no, sis, we're in the woods. With Dora and Boots. Key, you a mess. Epi Pew said, I love the scenery. Thank you. Miss Sandra said, I am so glad to see you live. I have missed you. Hey, Jazzy. Welcome to the chat, Jazzy. Jazzy said, hey, Tara. Thank you, Miss Sandra. Y'all, I love doing YouTube. But y'all, I don't know if y'all noticed or not, Miss Opal say, sis Key, she laughing. But the editing sometimes, I be like, oh, I got so much stuff in my phone storage, so many videos that I need to upload. but sometimes I get stuck. And then I don't know if y'all know or not, but my cousin had passed 2 weeks ago, but they buried him this Saturday gone. And me and him are the same age. He's three months younger than me. 3 months younger than me. So it kind of hit home. And the day he passed, my mom and my dad was out of town. And it's my daddy's brother child. My daddy's brother is deceased. Her Jazzy said, hey, beautiful sis, Miss Sandra. Miss Opal said, Jazzy, stream speaking to Jazzy. He hollering it out loud. Jazzy said, hey, Miss Opal. Key said, hey. Jazzy said, hey, Key. Key said, Jazzy Jazz. And FPP said, my condolences. Yeah, thank you. But my mom and my dad was out of town. My cousin was up there by herself. So they called me and it was like, can you go up there and make sure she's okay? Thank you, y'all. So I said, yes, ma'am. So I went up there. So when I went up there, she was crying. It broke me down and everything too. And then other families started coming. So his mom living in another town. So my mom and my dad say, did she need a ride to go where he was at, where the body was at? Because they found him in the tub. So she was like, no. So my daddy said, we'll go. So I told my mom and my dad, I said, well, I'll ride with y'all. But then when I got to my house, I said, you know what? I'll follow y'all just in case I want to leave. I can leave. Miss Opal say, sending our condolences and love to you and your family. Thank you. Miss Sandra say, Kiki. Jason say, hey, Epi Pew. So when I got there, it was the ambulance there, and it was a van, and it was other cars, you know, everybody outside. So I got out, went over to his girlfriend, she crying, and you know, everybody crying and this and that. So they was like, well, they don't put him in the bag, but they'll open it if y'all want to see him. I said no, immediately, no, I don't want to see that. So they told my daddy, you know, my daddy being like a dad to them because his brother has, you know, moved on to glory. He went, but he didn't go in there and look. So I was like, okay. I say, so they finna put him in the ambulance. My mama say, is they gonna put him in the ambulance or what? So we seen the ambulance, and I said, yeah, I'm quite sure. And the girl, somebody said, no, they're gonna put him in the what you call the vehicles that they put him in, the coroner's vehicle. So one of my cousins said, there it go right there. Mine, we standing in front of it. I didn't know it. They had a trunk up. It was a Dodge van. So y'all, I turned around when they said it. And when I seen that, let me see, how can I say? Because that, y'all, this right here really, it freaked me out during the funeral. And it's, you know, it's bothered my mind a little bit. But when I turned around and y'all, I seen that it's like a car, you know, like the beds like the military sleep on. When I seen that in that van, y'all, ooh, when I tell you that touched my soul, I said they put him in that. I could not believe it. I was like, what? So I left and I went to my car and I just broke down and I started crying. I just couldn't believe it. So I sat there and I cried for a minute. And so they was like, they were getting ready to bring him out. So I said, okay, I was sitting in my car, I was crying, and I was like, you know, Tara, this is gonna be your last time you get to see him. So I stood by my car. I said, I don't want to see him bring mine in the bag, but you know, I knew that was gonna be my last time them bringing him out. I'm sorry, y'all. So when they brought him out, and he was laying on that thing when they were rolling him out, and his legs, you could tell he had been in that sitting like that for a minute because his knees was bent up a little bit. But to see that, y'all just don't know what it did to me. It just messed with me mentally. I said, I wish I wouldn't have never went down there. I wish I wouldn't have never seen it, because even at like days after, it just bothered me so bad to see that. And I wouldn't wish that on nobody, even though I wanted to be there, you know, because that's my cousin. You know, I love my family. But to actually see that and to see him roll him out, and I think what bothered me the most is because I was standing behind the van and the trunk was up, and when I looked in and I seen that, it just bothered me so bad. So it messed with me for like a while, and then I kind of got okay because they had him out for like 2 weeks, and then excuse me, they had him out for like 2 weeks, and then they buried him last Saturday. So we were sitting in the funeral, and then just to see him, I was kind of okay, but just sitting there watching the casket towards the end, before it was time for us to see him, it kept replaying back in my mind, kept replaying. So I said, you know, I'm not finna cry. So I stopped myself crying. But after I went up there and I viewed his body, and I came back and I sat down, and it just kept messing with me. So I said, I might have to see somebody, because I wish I wouldn't have never seen that. But I'm getting better. My family's getting better. We just praying. We just keep going. And I think a lot of it that kind of bothered me too is that we're the same age. He's, like I say, 3 months under me. You know, he just turned his age. You know, he just turned his, you know. So, you know, it's just, I don't know. It's a lot. That's why I say you have to love on your family. A lot of us, sometimes we fall out with our family. Not talking about him now, because everybody loved him. Everybody. But, you know, certain families, they fall out. All our families do it. And you might have one that might be mad at this person, might be mad at that person. But y'all, when they gone, it's too late. You can't say I'm sorry. You couldn't say, I wish we could have talked about it. I wish we wouldn't have been arguing about this. I wish this or that. It's too late. You can't say it. Like the preacher was saying, you know, he was telling everybody, you know, it's time to get themselves together and everything, because what they're preaching today is not going to help him, because he's already gone. We just can pray that he, you know, did everything he needed to do to go with the Lord. But, you know, the sermon is more for us to get ourselves together. I ain't come to preach. Let me stop. But families, I don't know, the way it used to be, it's not like it used. It's not the same no more. And I love my family. Now we might fall out every once in a while, but we hold in there together. You know, we might be mad a day or two, but other than that, But him, he was loved by so many people. He was young. He was a DJ, so he knows so many people. He traveled. He DJed for so many people, so many parties. And his funeral, it wasn't even enough room in the church. The church is big. It wasn't even enough room for everybody to sit. It was so many people there. And that goes to show, when you touch everybody, not everybody, but when you touch a lot of people, people love on you. They appreciate it. So, you know, I don't know. I'm gonna move on to something else, because my nerves for today. Miss Riz say, "Sin and strength." Thank you, Miss Riz. I'm just gonna keep praying on it, because that really bothers me. FPU say exactly 100%. FPU say, I went to 2 funerals last week. I know, and it's, you know, and the sad part about it, it's not even the old people no more. It's the young people and the people my age. It's not even the old people no more. That's, you know, and that's a part of life, you know. But it's touching so many of us, you know, or especially around my age group. My grandma, 87 years old, y'all. 87 is still kicking. My grandma would go out there, because we in the country, she'll go burn trash. She used to go rake her yard. She was strong. And it's like the ones that's younger than her are falling before she even, you know, gone to glory. Keith said, yes, I agree with the service is definitely for us, not for the deceased person. Yeah, because they going on the glory. We got a chance to get ourselves right. We need to get ourselves right. Are we perfect? No. The Lord know we ain't perfect. He know we ain't gonna never be perfect. There ain't none of us on this earth gonna be perfect. But we can try to do right, and know when we do wrong, condemn our heart to know, hey, I don't need to be doing that. Because if I pass right now, I ain't going to heaven, because the Lord knows that I have ill will. I don't have no good intentions. What I'm doing right now is not right. It's not worthy of him. He know we're going to make mistakes. Even the preachers make mistakes. They not perfect. But it's the will to want to do right. When he know your heart and know you trying to do right, and know that whenever you know you do something wrong, you don't go back the next day and do the same thing. He know you're trying to do right. But when you go keep doing the same thing over and over again, you ain't learning nothing. You don't mean it. Your heart not pure. You don't mean it. You just saying that. Miss Riz said, yes, so true. Men misunderstandings. Yes, we have to. Cooking with Jazz. Let's cook with Jazz and say, trust me, I know. Jazzy say, that's why I didn't want to do didn't want to do a body, view a body, because I didn't want my son seeing his dad. Like, Jazzy, I didn't even see the body. I just seen the bag, and I seen the coroner's van. And when I seen the coroner's van, that's what really tore me up. But I ain't gonna talk about him no more, because it bothers me so bad, y'all. Jazzy said, hey, Miss Riz, Be More Serene say, absolutely, Tara. Epic Pew say, tell it, girl. Miss Rich say, hey, Jazzy. Yeah, but it's just like, we're on borrowed time. Like the preacher said, we're on borrowed time. And the time that the Lord gave us, we got to try to do right. You know, we gonna sin, but when we sin, you know, learn from that sin and don't keep doing it. But when you keep sinning and keep making this mistake, you know, doing this and doing that, we ain't learning. It's like I hate to say it, but it's like you spitting in the Lord's face. Because you ain't learning from it. It's like you saying, oh, he gonna forgive me again. He'll forgive me again. He gonna forgive you. But you gonna have to answer for everything you do, everything that you did down here, everything that you did to everybody, every sin that you committed, we're gonna have to answer for it. I just pray we all have enough time to be able to be in a situation where, me too, because I ain't no saint, where we, you know, truly show the Lord that, you know, we repent and he forgive us. I'm sorry, y'all. He said, I want a full stomach when I leave, full of seafood. Seafood boil and KFC, girl. Ooh. Let me see. Let's cook with Jazz and say, Key, laugh out loud. I just had KFC. You know that's her favorite meal, that KFC now. I pray every day. Me too, Jazzy. I pray and I try to do right. I fall short. Do I fall short? Yep. We all gonna fall short, but we just have to keep going. That's it. And then the older I get, the more I, you know, my faith have always been strong. But, you know, as time and as you get older, you get wiser. You get stronger. Your faith grows stronger. And I'm at that point, and I've been at that point for a while. And I'm just trying to do right. I don't put on a show to, and I tell my family this all the time, I don't put on a show to make you think, oh, she says she want to live right. No, baby. I literally every day try my best to live right. I fall short every day. I probably fall short every hour. I probably fall short every minute. But the Lord knows I try. He know my heart. He knows I try. Renee say, I'm listening. Hey, Renee. Hey, beautiful. I see that hair. I love it. I said, oh, I want me some braids because they so cute on her. Jazzy say, amen, Tara. Jazzy say, my faith is stronger, Tara. Yeah, Jazzy, as we get older, yes. Renee said, absolutely. If people say, yes, you can grow in God. You elevate in the spirit. Yes. That's why I say when we do wrong, your spirit, your soul feel, you know you did it. That's when you know you got to convict yourself. Your soul will convict you anyway, saying, hey, you know that ain't right. But some of us don't even listen. We just keep on going. But we got to listen, slow down and listen. And the Lord will tell you, like I tell people this all the time, and people probably think I'm crazy. The Lord talk to everybody. Some of us too busy to hear when he talk to us. He give us signs. He give us, you know, he let us know things, but you know, sometimes before things even happen to us. You know, but we too busy in this world is so fast, we won't even slow down to listen. If you slow down, the Lord will warn you when something not right. He'll warn you when things coming up. He'll show you things. But we so busy, we can't listen. If we just sit for a little bit and give him a little bit of time, he'll just start showing you stuff. He'll start talking to you. He show us stuff, but we too busy. We so into this world, we don't even listen. He right there with us. He right there with us. If you Miss Rich say Renee Shiro. Renee say thank you. Cool. Jazzy say, hey Renee, your spirit man speaks. You feel that conviction. That's right. I'm telling you, every time you're gonna feel it. Because when you trying to live right for the Lord, your spirit gonna let you know, hey, that's not right. That's not right. When you do something wrong with somebody, it will convict you so bad, y'all. And I've been in that situation where I have to say, hey, I know I was wrong. I done did it with my husband. Hey, I know I was out of character earlier. I know I shouldn't act that way. I apologize. I might still be mad a little bit, but I know deep in my heart I was wrong. So I will have to go back and apologize. Jazzy say, oh, I listen. Miss Riz say, thanks for sharing these words, Tara. You're welcome, Miss Riz. If you say people just choose not to listen to it, it's so. If you only if some of them knew, only some people knew He will show you everything. You just sit back and listen. Miss Opal said exactly. Miss Rich said everybody. Jazzy said amen, Tara. Yes, he does. Renee said yes, he does talk to all of us. We have to, and that's so true. And I be telling people, my husband used to say to me, he was like, you stronger. He said the Lord come to you. He say, you know, he feel like the Lord uses me out of the family, you know, for everything. Because, like, y'all, let me tell y'all, it's so many things I can tell y'all that the Lord did for us. Our house, for one, I don't think I ever shared this on YouTube. My credit wasn't good. My husband's credit wasn't good. Because we was the type of people, if we couldn't afford it, we don't buy it. And I was the type, I was over everything. And y'all, I was at one time, I was the type of person where I just spend money. I ain't care. I spend money. If I get depressed, I get mad, I spend it, I blow it. Because, you know, I just, that was just me. So our credit was bad, y'all. We weren't supposed to get this house. And if y'all think I'm crazy, y'all can think I'm crazy. I'm finna go back to reading y'all comments in a minute, but just hold on. So the realtor came. She had been bringing people around to the house because it was a doctor's house, his ex-wife house. She rented it out to us. And I was like, I'm tired of moving. You know, I had to move before. It was like my third time moving. I was like, I ain't moving no more. So I prayed and I prayed. And so she brought other people in and, you know, they didn't want it. And I was thanking God. So she brought this Indian guy in. He had money. I knew he had money. I said, oh, he gonna get it. He was walking through. He was looking through everything good, walking through everything. Y'all, they was walking through my house. Even though I was renting, they was walking through. So I sat down on that sofa. I said, I ain't even gonna follow him. I said, Lord, I don't want to move no more. I said, Lord, I want this to be my house. I said, Lord, I don't want to move. Just as plain as day. The Lord told me this house is yours. Don't worry. This is yours. He told me everything. My husband can tell y'all everything from step to step to step to do. So after they left, I called my husband and I told him. He probably thought I was crazy, but over the years he's known to listen whenever the Lord tell me something. He know to listen now. So we did every step. Now y'all know how long it takes sometimes to build your credit up to buy a house. Y'all, listen, I say about 2 months. Mine after that, she brought probably like 3 more people in. She was wanting to sell it. Oh, nasty something. She was wanting to sell it bad. Not my landlord, the realtor, because she wanted that money. Y'all, I told my husband we did everything that the Lord told me to do. Guess how many years I've been in my house? My oldest was a teenager. She about to be 30 this month. You can't tell me God ain't good. You cannot tell me God ain't good. That's why I say it's a lot of things you can tell me, but you can't tell me that man can't say nothing. Man has no power or no decision over my life. What you might say no to, God gonna say yes to. I give it all to him. And I said, Lord Jesus, people might think I'm crazy sometime or whatever. I don't care. I serve a powerful God. A powerful God. You can't tell me. That's why I tell people, my brother, them, they was looking about a house and he just always doubted himself. I say, give it to him. It took them a year to get it, but they got it. And it ain't got to be a house. It could be your health. It could be something going on with your mind, something going on with your kids, something going on with your job. Give it to him and watch how he move things. But it's up to your faith. You can't lose your faith. And I tell my husband that a lot. I tell him, I say, if you gonna worry, why pray? What you gonna pray for if you worrying? That means you really ain't give it to him. You didn't give it to God because you still worry. Now we human, we gonna still worry a little bit. But when you worry, you ain't give it to God. It's still in your hand. You ain't put it in God's hand. It's still in your hand. In your hands. So you just can't tell me that God ain't good. Happy Pew say yes, there is a warning before destruction. Miss Opal say slow down and pay attention. Miss Reese say me too. Happy Pew say 100. Jazzy say he's been speaking to me a lot lately. Helps me to keep calm. Jazzy, baby, it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. Miss Rhea say, yes, Jazzy. Pray in him in peace. Stream say, you are not expected to be perfect, but you should repent often as you realize of your shortcomings. So true. Luke 5:10 says that the angels in heaven celebrate every time a sinner repents. Jazzy say, that is how I am, Tari. If I can't afford, I don't buy it. My mom taught me that value of money. Jazzy say, amen, Stream. Miss Rhea say, thanks, Stream. Stream say, all the perfect people are already in heaven. So true. Strive to be the best that you can. Do not intentionally sin. That's what I just got through talking about too, Stream. When you intentionally Stream and you done ask for forgiveness and you keep doing the same thing, you ain't learning nothing. You ain't really repenting. You know what you're doing. You just keep doing it. Jay said, amen, Stream. Very true. Hey, Callie. Hey, beautiful. Callie said, hey, Tara. Miss Rhea say that that's it. Give it to him. That's so true. Callie said, hello, chat and Mize. Miss Andrew said, hello, Callie. Miss Rhea said, Callie. Stream say, Callie. Epi Pew say, listen, remember, we don't fight against. Hold on. How do you pin that? Ooh. Epi Pew said, y'all better read it. Listen, remember, we don't fight against flesh and blood, but against personalities. You better say it again. If you ain't said nothing else, you said a mouthful then. You ain't, sometimes, a lot of times you ain't fighting against flesh, especially when you fighting with a loved one, sometimes even co-workers or whatever. You not fighting them. That's what's it's that spirit that's within them. You got to know and stand strong. And let me tell you one thing, I ain't scared of not one demon or devil here on earth, even the one in hell. I believe in a higher power of God. And I know one thing, what people fail to realize, the devil can't touch you unless God allows him to touch you. And if God allows him to touch you 9 times out of 10, it's to teach you a lesson or to show you, to bring you back to him. The devil can't touch you. Nobody can touch you unless the Lord lets him touch you. Y'all better preach. And people say, hold it down, and it gives. Wait a minute. Oh, I got it. I pinned it, honey. You see it. I got it. Y'all. I tell you, I've been trying to change. I've been trying to do right. I just want to live right. I want to live for the Lord. I want to go to heaven. It's nothing fake. There's nothing phony. I want to, whenever my time comes, the Lord say, well done, my child. You can come in. You may enter heaven. And I'm trying to, everybody in my family, even if they don't want to listen, I talk to them. And I be telling them, hey, this and that. And they follow. Y'all can talk to anybody in my family. The way y'all see me on YouTube, this how I am in real life. This how I am. I'm all about peace. I don't like confusion. I don't like, people into it. I love for unity. I love for families to be together. I love to treat people the way I want people to treat me. If you don't treat me that way, hey, that's you. You got to deal with God. Am I going to let somebody run over me? No, I'm by a long shot. You're not going to run over me. But I try to live the way the Lord want me to live. And if everybody do that, this world will be, this world here will be good. I ain't going to say the perfect place, but this will be a better place. Key said, I taught my patient. That good job, patient. Key, you have to. If you say genuine, real, I'm the same. I am. The person who I am and on here, you talk to anybody in my family. Anybody you meet. I mean, anybody that know me. Y'all see how I am in the store, and people like, hey, and this and that, the lady holding a conversation. I try to treat people that way, and when people see me again, or people that I hadn't seen her in probably about, I don't know how many years. We used to work a job together, and she remembered me, and she was just talking to me and talking. And that's just like the guy at the store yesterday. When I come and he mess with me, we laugh and we talk and everything. He got a real sweet spirit. And then with me coming in there and we get along like that, it don't matter the race, it don't matter none of that. People get along. People try to get along. You know, people love on each other. It's the way you carry yourself. Some people want to be, you know, nasty. Some people shy. Some people don't want to talk to people, and some people just, you know, love people. Jazzy said, "Hey, Callie says, if people say, Sally, I have to deal with family members who are with long mental, hold on. Sadly, I have to deal with family members with a long metal spoon." Yes, said metal. I'm closer to my husband's family more than my own. Epi Pew. That's gonna be another discussion one day, honey. My family used to be so close, and we still close, but it's a little division in it right now. And it's usually me and my aunt. We're like the two that mend the family together. I'll call her or she'll call me, and we'll be like, hey, let's do something. Hey, what you think about this? You know, trying to get everybody back together, this and that. One time I was so upset. I went to my mom. I said, you know what? Because I tried to get some of them together. They was having a fallout. You know, all families have it. And I told my mom, I just start crying. I said, you know what? I said, this bigger than me. I said, I give it back to God. I said, I try, and I try to get everybody together. I try to do this and try to do it. I said, Mama, but this bigger than me. And they never seen me weak like that, because I be like, they always tell me I act like a drill sergeant or something. But I don't. It's just I be trying to, you know, get in things together and get everybody, you know, on one accord, and everybody loving each other. And anybody in my family will do anything for me. I'm one of the ones that even if they not talking, if I say, hey, y'all, let's do this. Let's have a get together. Let's do, you know, try to bring everybody together. They'll break their back to come for me. I mean, they will break their back. The same way I would do for them. They will break their back to come for me. So, you know, quicker than a lot of the other family. So one day I was like, Mama, I was like, this bigger than me. I said, I give it back to the Lord. And I was just crying. And she was like, no. She was like, if the Lord put it in your heart to do it, she said, go ahead and do it. I said, but this so much bigger than me. I said, I'm fighting so many spirits. I said, this just too big. It's too much. And y'all, I had to give that thing to the Lord. And I went on with it. And it came through and everybody had a good time. I mean, a good time. Did they talk after that? That's up to them. But I tried my part, you know, to try to mend things. And then some family members you have to feed them out a long-handed spoon. Not only family, you have to, some of your friends, you might have been, hold on. Sorry, y'all, like that was a call. Some of your friends are, you know, close friends or close associates you might have been close to. And then I was listening to somebody, and I'm going to get off of this in just a minute, because I said I want to do 30, but I'm almost on an hour. I was talking to this girl the other day, and she was saying, you know, you outgrow people. And we do outgrow people. But then you have certain people that feel like they outgrow people because they feel like they're doing better than the people that they know or they family members. So they feel like they're better, and they outgrew them that way. But let me ask y'all something. What if you have a family member or friend that's disabled and don't make the same amount of money you is that y'all making? So you just throw them to the trash. You just outgrew them. Or what if you have somebody that, you know, have something going on? You outgrow them. You just throw them to the trash. Or, you know, it's so many things that happen to people in life to where I don't understand, why do it have to be a level? Especially if you family. If you family, baby, we family. Ain't no level with him. Cousin Pete might be doing 10 times better than me. But long as Cousin Pete treat me the same, we family. Ain't no levels. But this world has changed so much to where everybody want to feel like they outdoing one another. Why? When you go to glory, one thing I know, two things for sure, and y'all know it too. When we leave this world, can't nobody take not one car. You can't take not one house. You can't take not one of them cosmetic boos you got. You can't take not one of them that butt implant you got. You can't take that wallet. You can't take your children. You can't take your mama. You can't take your daddy. You can't take that them extra women you got, the extra men you got. You can't take none of that with you. Everything that you praising, you can't take with you. So why has it got to be a level? I don't understand it. Why is it a level you could throw people that something might have happened to them, or you feel like you done came up so far that they beneath you? Why they got to be pushed away? They the same person. 9 times out of 10, I can see if somebody out here on drugs real bad, so you still don't need to throw them away. You try to give them help until you see that they don't want to do it. Then if they don't want to do it, then yeah, you got to push them to the side a little bit and let them figure that out on their own. But you still love them. But you got people that go out here, they'll go get this done to their body. They'll go buy this. They'll go buy that. These dudes out here, they act like they'll go get different races and talk about their own race. And I ain't just talking about black men, different women and stuff. You have people that do so much and they feel like they above you. Long as some people feel like they one step above you, they'll treat you like you the bottom of the barrel. But that's when you step in and you say, hey, you ain't no better than me. I don't care if you threw me to the side. That mean that God ain't have you. He didn't intend for you to be in my life. But this world, that's the way it is. Everybody want to be one up against everybody else. Every people say all things key. Oh, wait a minute. Who? I'm way back. Way behind. Yes, every few, that's sad. It be that way. Every few say Key Nicole. Jason say, yes, every few is sad. Miss Rhea say, touch all families. Oh, yes. Because that's all the devil come to do is divide and destroy. But a lot of people don't see that. Even this world. I mean, it ain't even just family. It's just the way the world's set up. Miss Rhea say, yes. If you say, I have a lot of family. 8 sisters, 3 brothers, and a whole bunch of other family. But it's always something. Always some strife. It be that way, especially here a lot here lately. Some jealousy, etc. I just separate myself. You did. Sometimes, let me tell you something. I did tell one of my cousins this. I said, sometimes you have to back away. I ain't gonna say separate, but sometimes you have to back away from some people in order to save yourself and your soul, to keep you to go to heaven. Because if you're around a person all the time and it's always beef, y'all always arguing, you don't like this person, or you getting to where you can't, the H word, this person, this, and yes, it's best to back away. And the reason why, because you got to save yourself. Because for one, when you go in front of the Lord, that person's not going with you. It's gonna be you. You got to answer for your sins. So if you hold hatred and anger and all that and dislike and all that, you can't get into heaven that way. You can't get into heaven. Not like, you mad at somebody. So to protect your heart and to protect yourself, I understand that 100%. Not at all. String said, just preach on people need to hear positivity. It's true, you hear so much negativity. Miss Rhea say, no family is unconditional. Jazz is saying, I am not able to help someone, trust me. Oh, if I'm able to help someone, trust me, I do. Miss Rhea say, yes, Tara, this good today. Epi Pew say, yes, Tara, keep speaking the truth. It's not supposed to be a competition. We should be uplifting and helping each other. That's true, but it's, girl, a lot of days and a lot of families, it's who pull up to the family reunion. It is who got on this name brand clothes, or the name brand shades, or who house bigger than who kids dress better than the other ones, who husband look better, who wife look thick up and look better. It's just who got more money in the bank, who owns so many properties, and this, it don't make no sense. Jazz say, exactly. Miss Rhea say, amen. If you say, all the false gods and things you put on a pedestal above God will be torn. Amen. It will be torn down, and it can't go with you. That's why I understand why people praise so much materialistic stuff. It cannot go with you. Jazzy say, no one has a level. We just all live differently. Yeah, we all live differently. Everybody different. And then a lot of us, you know, we all gonna live different. We all. Stream say, remember, no matter what condition you see a person in, good or bad, when you look at them or into their eyes, they're us a soul there. Remember that you might even just be entertaining. People don't understand that. People don't understand that. They don't understand it. And here you go, you could be turning away somebody who the Lord put in your life, or someone that, you know, an angel in your presence, and you just shoot it away because you think it's not better than you. I mean, one thing I was taught growing up, you don't treat people all kind of ways. You don't look down on people, because you never know. It could be God. It could be the Lord, you know, standing right in front of you. And like Stream said, it could be one of his angels, just to see what you're going to do. And here you go, you thinking that you better than that person, or you don't want to be around that person. You want to treat them a certain way, but it could be one of God's angels. Y'all, I'm gonna read these last two. I hit an hour, and I'm gonna go because they said to call me. I want to make sure everything all right. Jazzy says, right, Stream. If you say it's sickening, it is. I am my grandma, baby girl, and I love God. Hi, welcome to the chat. I don't know if you're new here or not, but if you is, thumbs it up, love. And if you want to subscribe, go ahead and subscribe. I appreciate you coming in, dropping in. FPP say, listen, remember, we do not fight again. Oh, that's the one I pinned. I am my grandma's baby girl, and I love God, angel. Where did my grandma go? I don't know. But y'all, I did an hour. I was gonna do 30 minutes, but when you talk about the Lord, honey, ain't no time limit on that. There's not a time limit on that. I enjoy y'all for coming in. I thank y'all for the 10 thumbs up, and everybody that stayed here and love talking about the Lord like I do. And I appreciate y'all. I'm gonna call my family, see why they keep calling me, and make sure everything's okay. Jazzy say amen. Miss Riz say this was good. Thank you, Miss Riz. Key say see you tomorrow. Oh, I will be here. I'm gonna try to hold on strong with y'all. I'm gonna try to do the whole 31 days. I have missed you all so much. Well, thank you. Jazzy say good day, everyone. Good night, y'all. I love y'all, and y'all have a blessed night, and I'll see y'all on tomorrow, God's will. Good night.